Welcome back to Games Revealed. I'm James. Wow, I messed it up. Welcome back. I'm Games Revealed, but also the Brink. No, sorry, it threw me off. The title has a typo in it. I'm gonna fix it here in a second. So welcome back to Games Revealed. I'm James and also the Brink, and believe the audio is working. I'm also checking the audio just to make sure that works too. Okay, let me go make that fix that typo. How are you guys doing? How is everyone doing? Sweet. Okay, cool. I fixed that. Oh, guys. Been a nice long week. How are you guys doing? How's your week going? Rachy, welcome. Andre, welcome. Gamerstan, welcome. I gotta see this. I don't know anything about this. Hope it's good. I also seen the last of the Ronin is coming to Steam. Yes. There's a lot of good stuff actually coming. So this is what it's gonna go down to today. I am going to give it a few more minutes for people to just join. I'm going to have a better intro and, getting into like a lobby kind of thing and waiting system. I'll have that in soon. I know I've been needing that for years. I'm also pretty close to getting the beta out for gamesrevealed.com, and it's going to be it's going to be an exciting project. Trust me, guys. It's one I've been, toying around with and playing with for years now. But it is getting pretty close to being done. Or not done, I should say, but in the beta. I'm going to be doing a lot of new features too. So give me 1 second. But yeah, so today's topics are going to be PSN is dropping, having to log into PC, on PC that is, so that affects Steam Deck also. And then also we're going to be talking about some of the 5000 series graphics cards, some other Steam Deck news and Steam Deck modifications. We also have some, I'll save it towards the end, but some just news on budgets for Ubisoft and EA, and it's not great. So it affects developers, and it really just puts the blame, almost puts all the responsibility of their blunder, the C-level exec blunder, on the developers instead of their initiatives. So yes, how are you guys doing? Beyond, if you're still here, Rachy just finished Solar Ash and started playing Eternal Strands. Ooh, how's Solar Ash? Actually, I don't know if I've seen that before. Let's mosey on over here. Also, today's episode is going to be a little bit on the a little bit more on the shorter side. I know I always say that, but I got stuffs to get done, including working on the beta, because we're going to have a launch party. Probably not like. So next week will be like an exclusive beta, meaning I'm going to have anyone here or anyone that's here for next week's it's moving. Anyone that is here for next week's stream or see some of my messaging will have the exclusive invite for the gamesrevealed.com's beta. It's gonna be a fun program, and the new show module that I'm putting into it is that I'm programming right now is going to make it so that you guys can input news items and YouTube videos and stuff like that, and I kind of tried to do this before, but I just didn't implement it very well. But then we can rate it and create a show from both what you guys want to see and what I want to see. So it'll be fun. But yeah, so I think it was Rachy, right? Rachy, you're the one that it was Lomkey. I can't remember if it was Lomkey or Rachy. It's the one that recommended today's main topic, but Solar Ash looks fun. I have not. So these side-scrolling games are really fun, and it's just a platformer. Period. Interesting. This came out a couple years ago. I mean, this looks pretty good. I'm actually shocked that it doesn't have more reviews or reviews and purchases. Ooh, that's a little bit of a hefty price. It depends, I guess. Okay. Well, I'm going to add this into, I don't have this. Okay, whatever. We're going to throw this down here. So let's jump into today's show. Lomkey, if I haven't said so, hi. Welcome. Raichi, poor Sony. They want everyone to have a PSN account, but a PSN is useless and not secure. Outlook, on the other hand, is useful and secure. Okay, hold up. How is Outlook useful and secure over PSN? I'm sure Outlook's more secure than PSN because Outlook also covers businesses and stuff like that. But I will say I hate Outlook, especially on the business side. I really don't like it. I have to use it and I just don't like it. I would say PSN is definitely secure-ish, but they've had a lot of leaks, right? I agree that they shouldn't be requiring accounts and stuff like that. Yeah, Andre, I'm also forced to use Outlook at work. The Icarus, welcome. Okay, just making sure. Lomkey, Crunchyroll had a big username and password leak and owned by Sony. I believe PSN leaky. Lomkey, yeah, they're owned, but it's a fairly new acquisition. I would not assume the auth systems are in any way connected, technically. So like data like email, password, some profile stuff probably gets propagated out to Sony's systems, but the password is probably contained in the Crunchyroll's server system. Just knowing enterprise software and stuff like that I've worked on. Companies, especially subsidiaries or companies that buy other companies, especially ones that have been running for a while, do not consolidate those types of things unless they're branded. Sometimes they will and they'll brand it, but I don't think Crunchyroll has anything to do with that. Raichi, Outlook does your mail and PSN is just PSN. I agree. Outlook does do your mail, which makes it useful, but PlayStation also makes it useful for, in the sense of for gamers, makes it useful for syncing and saving your saves and also your some account information and trophies, right? At the end of the day, I don't care. I don't know. Are they we'll have to read the topic a little bit, but Andre, off game topic, I installed locally and having fun with DeepSeek. Nice, Andre. I should, but this year, once I get done with my Games Revealed project and get some good momentum going on there, and I have 2 other projects I'm going to be working on this year also, I am going to save up some money from all that, hopefully. Some spendy money. And I will probably train my own AI to also. I like the idea of democratizing AI systems. And so I will and I heard, and we can talk about DeepSeek actually too. I forgot. I am probably going to figure something out with this whole tech news thing on Games Revealed, because yeah, it just doesn't. I like doing tech news also, and it just doesn't seem as good with the brand of Games Revealed. But yeah, let's talk about this, and then we'll talk about DeepSeek. I think DeepSeek is actually good thing, and we'll get to that. That was going to be my main topic for today, but I decided to go with this because I think this is something that a lot of people have wanted. Hasn't bothered me too much, but I know a lot of people have wanted this. So, new in-game content incentivized coming. Oh wait, is this the new one? Let's see. So an account for our PlayStation Network will become optional for these titles on PC. Players who still opt in to sign into PlayStation Network account will also enjoy added benefits like trophies and friend management. So they're not getting rid of it completely, but God of War, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, The Last of Us Part 2, Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered, these will all the requirements for them are going to go away. And I bet you, I don't know if it's going to be take into account like every game for PlayStation period or from Sony on PC, but I would assume that they're eventually this is going to fan out to every game, besides purely multiplayer games, which they have a few. Yeah. Rachie, have a nice night. Good night. Hey, later, Rachie. So I could definitely see, this going to be something that they're going to test run, I'm sure. And this is a really weird, like low key way of doing this, right? Is that they just low key are mentioning that they will be dropping support or not. I need to get more sleep, guys. Not dropping support, but dropping the they're going to be dropping requirements, right? So it's going to be a soft requirement, or to get like it looks like they're going to be giving suits. So early unlock suits. So if you sign in with an account, they're going to give incentives to do so, which I don't mind. I actually don't mind them doing that. At least you're getting something from it. But the thing is, if it's a special unlock or a special, like, let's say item, that's the only way you can do it. And if someone's pretty security conscious and they don't want to give up that type of stuff, then it kind of sucks. But you know what? Just create a separate account that's not tied to anything else, and you should be fine. Even if they leak emails, passwords, whatever. As long as you're practicing good security measures and have secondary email and just a one-time use password in the sense that it's not reused, then you should be good if you want to go that route, and you'll get all the unlockables. So I don't mind this route, and I definitely do get annoyed with the like PlayStation asking us to log in every time, or so honestly, it feels like every time I load up some of the games and it doesn't save it. But it is really it does get annoying. It's not the biggest deal for me though. I'll be honest. BT Maverick, what's up? What's up? How you doing, man? Let's see. Lomkey, Sony best option to offer PSN skins than forcing people to make PSN account. Yeah, I agreed. I definitely think that this is a good direction, and making things more optional. We already log into Steam. Steam probably already shares some information or makes it so that you can market to us already through their systems. So don't get too greedy. Some of these big companies really try to get greedy, especially like EA and Activision, blah, 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 even though Activision's not Microsoft. Okay, so BT Maverick, how are you doing, man? Let's chat's here's chat. Okay. Brandon Kitchens, my PSI Pano case came in this evening, everyone. My MSI Pure White build has started, lol. Yeah, he's starting to build his new Pure White build again. Honestly, they're pretty sick. Like, I've had some pretty cool white builds. I'm usually a dark contrast person, meaning I like dark with like contrasted bright colors typically. But so this is the graphics card you're getting, right? The GeForce RTX 5080 16GB gaming trio. It's definitely like the 16 gigs is bare minimum what I'd want for a 5080. But the new DLSS is going to be pretty interesting. This is probably the max I would go to. I think I would do either a 5070 or 5080. I don't think I'd do a 5090. Price to performance, it's just not worth it. Lomkey, Pure White be like, oh my gosh, I see it's dust faster. I feel like it's, yeah, I don't know. Like, all I know is Pure White can get dirty pretty quick, but it looks pretty good. BT Maverick's doing good. Not looking forward to my 4 a.m. shift tomorrow. James, did you get or try any of the DualSense optimized games on PC? Oh, from the from the podcast right here with I haven't tried them yet. I need to. I have been gung ho on the website. I really am excited to show you guys the new website. Partially because it's gonna be a really fun event for the community. Yeah, BT Maverick. Yeah, we talked about that towards the end of Off the Console, the podcast. And I've got to say, I am really excited to try some. I have not done so yet. My PC gaming, I've been playing some games on the Steam Deck, and maybe I'll hook this up to the Steam Deck and try some of those, because some of them can play on the Steam Deck great. And I'll hook it up to my TV. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I might be doing that soon. But my PC itself is just having some issues, and so I'm eventually going to buy one this year, which it sounds like tariffs are going to be a pain in the ass. So Chad, I would definitely say if you're going to be buying your PC this year, which it sounds like it, I'd definitely buy it sooner than later, before tariffs go into play. Maybe they're already kind of being calculated into the thing, but if tariffs do go into play on microprocessors, which is what Trump really wants, we could have tariffs up to 100% on like processors and stuff like that. So, and that can be a stacking event depending on what type of part you're getting and all that. So that's definitely something I'd watch out for. So you're getting the white one, right? Right there. It's like this is like the new style, right? Where it has the side, corner, and front clear. It's not bad. It's just not functional. It's very nice in the sense of like it's a good showcase PC. Are you gonna stick any figurines or any specialty items on the inside to showcase? Coulter, your issue come from all the programs you have running at once. No, not on Windows. Coulter, I do not have anything installed on it. It's a fresh install from a few months ago, and I did not install much on there. I have a ton of stuff running on here, but I don't use this for gaming. I want to one day, but yeah. Look at you, Coulter. Did you watch my early video? So yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, I do have a new video that came out today regarding just like standardizations of like certifications and stuff like that for Steam Deck. And I do have some research time put into it. And once I get to a certain good place this year, I am going to be digging down and seeing what I can do to make a benchmarking tool. Bare minimum to go through and see monitor the background and see how well things are being optimized, but it could be a multi-year project. But it's a project I've been wanting to do for a while, so I took the time to research it and did that video. Chad, for sure got plenty that could go in it. Nice. Oh yeah, let's see here. So here's another cool story. The Steam Deck's AMD processor now has FSR 3 supported on it, thanks to a mod, which is frame generation, essentially, right? So FSR 3 is now available for download, significantly improving performance in multiple games. I believe it uses Decky, right? It uses Decky Launcher. So it's a new mod. Yeah, Decky Frame Gen plugin. Let's see. Excuse me. Better icon lol. Oh my gosh. Who does a commit with lol in it? That's funny. Interesting. I'll have to look to see what they're doing with these plugins, because I need to add plugins support for my stuff soon too. This is an interesting concept. I'm not going to dig too much into the code on this. What the? This has a definition package. Okay. Sorry, I'm just... Wow, interesting. Okay, Decky, okay. Here we go. This is Python. This has got to be where the changes take place are in this Python. Yep. Okay, interesting. Not going to bore you guys anymore with this. But I think what they're doing is they're piggybacking off of another system. No, I think they're just forcing some features to be forced on. Interesting. We don't need to go much further in that, but it's interesting. I think you use the 3.1 FSR2. Okay, that's good. That's good to hear, Lomkey. BT Maverick, solid video earlier. I watched it. Definitely the letter should be legible and 30 frames per second minimum. So the letters definitely need to be legible, but it's one of those things where I also just get a bigger screen, I guess. It's hard. But thanks, BT Maverick, and thanks for watching it. It's definitely something that we're gonna have to talk about, I think, for a while, is improving optimizations for the Steam Deck and using it as a benchmark for games that come out on PC. I think would be an amazing win for PC gamers and just gamers, period. Especially gamers that are in between both. Technically, I am. Okay, so this is a cool thing. So what this means is that, sorry, I was switching between news articles and stuff like that. I didn't mean to. So yeah, right here. The Decky Frame Gen plugin is a Steam Deck plugin that replaces the NVIDIA DLSS DLL with the FSR 3.1 DLL, allowing users to use frame generation in the Steam Deck in games that do not natively support AMD's tech, such as Black Myth, Wukong, Final Fantasy. This is interesting. So this could be technically used. These is a script too. Like looking at it, you could probably use this. The script would have to be modified if it's not multi-platform for Windows, but because it's Python, you could probably use it on Windows with some touch-ups potentially. Unless that's like, it is supported on Windows, it's just not supported on Linux. I don't know, but yeah. So Hogwarts Legacy and The Witcher 3 as showcased in a very informative video put together by Deck Wizard. Okay, great, awesome. Which also provides detailed installation instructions while the end results aren't always perfect, as there are some visual issues such as ghosting in Final Fantasy 16, for example. The mod definitely helps make more games playable with acceptable performance on Steam Deck, although games running below 30 frames per second won't benefit too much from it due to the input lag caused by low base frame rate. So that is the key thing for FSR3, if I'm not mistaken, is that it is beneficial if the game runs above 30, 40 frames per second. If it dips below 30, then the frame generation will ghost really hard. This is the problem with FSR on the Steam Deck, ultimately, like FSR3. From my understanding, FSR2 does more upscaling, and then FSR3 does more frame generation. And so at the end of the day, this is useful if you can, like, if you want just a little bit smoother experience with certain games that are already running decently. Hogwarts Legacy, when you go down into town in that game, the game is like 20 frames. So it's going to help Hogwarts and a lot of other places, but in downtown, it's not that much. The Real Savage, welcome. Lomkey, the mod works on Windows too. Is the Decky plugin just makes it easy to install and uninstall? Yeah. Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, because it's I didn't look through the whole code. It could have specific commands. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go to this next news item. A modder made a Steam Brick mini PC out of a Steam Deck, which is funny, guys. This is a pretty funny article and story, because so right here, it's possible to shave off the case screen controls to make a headless Steam Deck with a custom 3D printed case. it's shave off, I don't think is correct. So the Steam Deck has a main board, and then it has daughter boards. So the daughter boards are not connected directly to the main board, or they're not soldered on. You can remove those daughter boards, and they just connect through a wire. So, and the daughter boards are for the controller, for the most part, and then everything else is on the main board. Yeah, actually, I probably would fit in your pocket, Lone Key. And with these glasses, that's an interesting concept. He made his own near VR headset. It's not VR, obviously, but you know. The Steam Deck has been a smash hit on the PC gaming scene, at least as much for the low price and portability as it is for the efficient Linux-based SteamOS. We've seen a few tries at making equivalent mini PC or gaming set-top box with the software. But if you cut out the middleman and just shave every possible hardware element off the Steam Deck, say hello to the Steam Brick. I love it. The modder known as Crastinator Pro did just that, outlining the process on the Steam Brick GitHub page spotted by Hackaday. They pretty much removed everything from the Steam Deck except the primary motherboard, cooling system, and the battery, then shoved it in a custom-made 3D printed case. The result is a tiny headless PC that measures 7.1 inches by 4.9 inches and weighs just over a pound. Yeah. Okay. So something like that. Yeah, I could fit that in my pocket. Interesting. Does it have the battery, though? I'm assuming it has the battery. It can be played on the go with a wireless controller and portable screen, or with a set of AR glasses like the X-Real Air 2 Pro shown in the photos. Alternatively, you can plug it into a dock or external monitor via USB-C and operate it like a regular Steam Deck in docked mode. The modder fully admits that this build isn't exactly overflowing with utility. I was so preoccupied with whether or not I could that I didn't stop to think if I should. They say, quoting, a certain leather bedecked. Yeah, we're not going to go too much. It sounds interesting, and like if you want something that's going to go into, let's say, a carry bag, that's going to fit. Honestly, I have extra. Do I dare, guys? Do I dare? I do mean, like, once I get the website up into a good spot, I am going to be doing some more hardware-based streams. Do I dare? I have an old Steam Deck. The daughter boards are broken. I think I could just remove the daughter boards and do exactly this. I will figure out a way to get the glasses, and I could... I wonder if I could do this in time for my flight. So I'm going to be going to Atlanta again in a couple of months. I'm wondering if I could do this in time for that, because the set there with glasses on that are AR and be able to play the Steam Brick would be pretty awesome, actually. I might do that. I only say that because I bring my Steam Deck and it works great on the plane. But at the same time, I guess I could get these glasses and just use them on the flight with my Steam Deck and not have to do this project. But it'd be a fun project. So 50-50 chance. Depends on how much of the website I get done. Let's see. So it sounds like Lomkey at least understands the joy of this project, and then Andre likes the project. Sounds good. Okay, guys. So, okay. Before I get going any further, anyone in chat, do any of you guys have anything you want to talk about? If so, then please let me know in chat and I'll look it up, or let me know in Discord. Starting next week, you should be able to create a beta account on the New Games Revealed website, and I should be I'll be trying really hard before next week's show to make it so that you can add or requests and stuff. So if you see videos and everything and vote on things next week or before next week's, and then with that, you'll also get points for doing it. So it'll be really fun. Cool, Sir Tooth. What are you doing in Atlanta? And I'm telling Susie. Tooth? No, in Atlanta? Susie knows I'm going to Atlanta, so for work I have to go to Atlanta. I go to Atlanta about last year I went twice, and this year we'll see. I could end up going 2 or 3 times. So every quarter or two, I go to Atlanta because they want me in office, for planning and stuff like that. Okay, guys. We're gonna save DeepSeek for the last, and then I really hate that it does this. Okay, let's talk about the shitstorm that's going on with funding for dev studios for EA and Ubisoft. Okay, Ubisoft's internal memo says recent layoffs is due to more efficient operating models. Man, following 185 layoffs and a studio shutdown, Ubisoft has sent an internal memo staff via its Agoro newsroom about the recent layoffs, saying the decision was made due to finding more efficient operating models to ensure our long-term success. They've royally effed up. Like, we know that they are bleeding money every year. They are definitely not on the uptick with a lot of their games. They lose a lot of money, partially because they've been focusing on the wrong things and wanting control more than actually building good games or good experiences for users. So yeah, this is the thing I hate, is that I feel like Ubisoft is pushing the blame off onto someone else, like the CEOs, that is, instead of, management requiring certain types of games like live service and some other types of games to be made. And same thing goes for EA. Instead of just owning up to it, they laid off people. They're shutting studios down. And don't get me wrong, layoffs do happen, and they've happened for a long time. The problem, though, is that this is, from my understanding, this is technically a newer thing. This company loyalty is kind of a dead thing, and these types of layoffs are just going to continually degrade company loyalty. So, like, Ubisoft already has horrible PR. Even me, like, I don't usually care about this type of stuff too much. As long as I like the game, I will probably end up buying it. But even now, when there's a game that's like Ubisoft, I get a little bit apprehensive. I was like, is that going to be good? Assassin's Creeds, I do want to go back and play them, but they have that Ubisoft kind of stink to it. It's just multiple games just do not, like, more and more are just not looking fun or good, partially because their marketing, where they're trying to promote it, how they're trying to promote it, what they're promoting with it, like whether it be loot boxes or whatever it is, like, it's really frustrating. Same thing goes with EA. BioWare's agile-focused approach sees jobs cut and others redeployed across EA teams. Agile-focused. Distributing across different teams, I think, is smart, and it's actually how some of these studios should do, is more roaming roles instead of layoffs. But BioWare's Dragon Age did not do it. It underperformed by quite a bit. BT Maverick, too many studios. TR, what is TR? BT Maverick. Too many studios trying to chase the Service Dragon. Yeah, games as a live service. Yeah, it's games as a service. Definitely, I agree with that. And the thing is, it's got to be naturally done instead of just putting all your money into it. Because I know that, like, once they get a win, it's going to pay off big for the investors. But the problem is, gamers can only focus on so many of those. We want good games. If you want to, let's say if you want to release a game and then release some cool updates with it once in a while over a few year period and then stop, that's fine. Do it. It's going to make you look good. But EA and Ubisoft PR, like they just don't look great. They are laying so many cells on the table when they do shit like this. Lomkey, Dragon Age started off as a live service games, then trying to make it into a single player. Dragon Age 1 was not live service. I could be wrong about that, but it was like, are you talking about Veilguards is supposed to be a live service? Oh, no. Okay, yeah. So I have not played it. I saw Dragon Age. I think it looks okay. Like, I think it doesn't look bad. Like, I don't mind the art style on it. But I'm just not here for it. Like, Dragon Age, the last one before, like, Veilguard, lost me. Halfway through it, I just stopped playing. And I have not been, and I tried to pick it up like a year later, and I just could not. I just couldn't get into it again. Dragon Age 1 and 2 I thought were really good, though. I really liked them quite a bit, actually. They need to go back and remake them, though, because they really don't hold up very well. But yes, so BioWare is hanging by a thread, and I'm really, really worried about the IPs and also the studios going under. Andre, gotta get to bed. Have a good time, y'all. Hey, Andre, thanks for stopping by and saying hi and everything. It was great chatting with you. We're going to have a good year this year, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit more, too, once we get to the end, but we're going to have a fun year. I really, really do like the community, and so I'm going to do a lot for it. BT Maverick, Dragon Age was a decent podcast game. Story was meh, but I enjoyed the combat. Okay. Which Dragon Age? All of them? Because I like Dragon Age 1 and 2. Yeah, you could listen to stuff while you played, but it was fun. Lone Key comes down who did the 1 or 2 Dragon Age, if he or she is still around. No, I don't think so, Lone Key. I think 1 and 2 had different directors. I wouldn't be shocked because they're both very different games. Dragon Age 1 worked better for the PC in the sense of its control mechanics that is. Then Dragon Age 2 was optimized for consoles because they wanted the more broad seeking, and that pissed off some people. I liked both. I actually liked playing it with the controller with Dragon Age 2. In fact, I wouldn't mind picking that one up because Dragon Age 2 was just it was the most fun game out of all of them. But then again, time could corrode my love for that game, and it could be just an okay game compared to now. Compared to going back to Mass Effect 2, I still love playing that game. That game is a freaking gem. And this is my worry, guys. This is my worry with I need to blow that up for you guys. This is my worry for the Dragon Age, or the Dragon Age series, I think is kind of for a while. They might pick it up in a little bit, but once they feel like they get their stride, maybe back again or something. But Mass Effect 4 is coming out, or 5. I can't remember what they call it because I think they counted Andromeda as 4. I liked Mass Effect Andromeda. So many people laugh at me about that. But the funny thing is, I don't think anyone that laughs at me or anyone that doesn't like Andromeda has beaten the game. And the game all around I would definitely give it a 7 out of 10. And for a Mass Effect game, it's definitely one of the, it's on par for me as the first Mass Effect. It's much better to play, but the story's a little weaker. But it's still a fun game, and it's a Mass Effect. So I liked going and playing, and I've been playing it on the Steam Deck, and it plays fine on the Steam Deck. It's a fun game, but, it's Mass Effect. I love it. Sci-fi with a little bit of hint of fantasy injected in there because of the biotics and stuff like that. And my worry is that Mass Effect 4 or 5 is going to be garbage. Is my worry, but... Okay, guys, an even deeper worry is that I'm going to play and beat the thing, even though I'm going to hate it. Because here's the thing. If I was a Dragon Age, like major Dragon Age fan, I would have played every single one, and I would have hated probably like a lot of diehard Dragon Age fans, I don't think liked the new Dragon Age. If I played it, I'd probably like it more than the last one, but we'll see. If I run out of all my other backlogs, I might pick it back up in years from now, but it's definitely not going to be a game for me right now. And like BT Maverick said, some of these games are great podcast listening games where you grind and do certain things and listen to podcasts until something happens and you turn off the podcast. So I do like that concept, BT Maverick, by the way. Killer J plays, I'd rather not have my game preach to me about genders. So Killer J plays, I don't. So here's kind of how games and stories have worked over the millennia, essentially. They usually will push some type of message and you could go back 100 years and there'll be pretty progressive stories that were popular because they pushed narratives. And progressive could be in the terms of both the writing style, what you're listening to, maybe the acceptance level of society and stuff like that. And so a preachy game, can be annoying. And that's usually like if it's bad writing, like, oh, well, we shouldn't do that because of this thing. And it gets really preachy and and it creates a very unrealistic scenario. I can agree with that. And I think this is where I'm coming to terms with that type of mentality. Killer J plays is that I don't mind if you mix in progressive messaging in the sense of like you want to promote different genders and especially in fantasy. Come on, guys, come on. Fantasy is pretty flamboyant at times. So whether people are trans, gay, straight, whatever it is, like you can tell some really interesting stories and I'd love to see it more. I would not consider that preachy, but you got to not rely on the trope to hopefully win over people that are just going to support it because they're warriors for whatever cause, because there's warriors on both sides, but it can be good. It can be good and offer something that's new and progressive. And I say progressive not as because I know some people think it's a naughty word, but I don't like that. I like progress in society in the sense of like in every aspect, because I love seeing games get better. And I think they have, but I think games have also gotten worse too, right? So capitalism all around is kind of like slowly eroding a lot of things that we like about these types of entertainment. Okay, off soapbox. Killer J plays, I like all the Dragon Age games, but refuse to play this one. Well, if you haven't played it, how do you know you don't like it? Because I have heard certain things, but I would definitely, I don't know. Like I've heard that the writing's just not that good. Not that they, not that it is, I don't know. I don't know how preachy it is, but I can definitely tell when someone's trying to force something in instead of layering it in. And don't get me wrong, like a lot of games, a lot of stories have some type of agenda to pull at your heartstrings or to be fascinating or whatever. Like that's always how it's been and how it's going to be. BT Maverick, Felguard, I never played the earlier games, and by the time I was aware of them, they looked outdated. Yeah, they probably are. I'd love to see them get remade. In fact, I would have preferred that you do a remake of 1 and 2 with a little bit of a melding of both of their styles of gameplay, maybe even more as the Dragon Age 3's gameplay, because it played well. It just was kind of boring for me. But Dragon Age 1 and 2 just had fun stories I really liked. Coolzer, please avoid politics. Responding with that's nice is sufficient. Coolzer, it's not politics. Okay. You triggered me. Well, welcome. Okay, guys, I might piss off some people. Fucking not everything is politics. Okay. I can say something is progressive and that doesn't have to mean it's fucking politics. I can say that a game can have someone trans in it, and that's not fucking politics. That is fucking life. It is what people have to deal with every day. It is not politics. Politics is where people play around with our freaking lives and what's going on for the past 2 weeks. So okay, you triggered me. I'm done with that topic now. I'm going to get away from politics, but it's not politics, okay? People have really got to stop with this politics thing and like what people think politics are. Some of the stuff that like people get hired for, some of these studios like that are just not that good of directors. Yeah, that could be politics in it because they're playing politics. They're hiring people that are maybe not qualified or something like that. Or there's like a ton of stuff going around, qualifications or reasons. Don't get me wrong, that you could play that into politics, but it does not mean that this is a political game. It's just asinine. Okay, back on track, guys. Cool. BT Maverick, I loved Andromeda, lol, and I can't play the older ones because that was the first Mass Effect I played, and the old ones feel clunky to me. Damn, BT Maverick, that sucks. Did you, BT Maverick, have you tried playing the remastered one? Did you try going and playing the, it's not remastered, sorry. Yeah, it is, it's remastered, not remade. The remastered one. So, Coulter, there's a difference between politics and political. There is a difference. That's why they're different fucking words. There's a difference. But here's the thing, is that I can talk about whatever I want. At the end of the day, though, I do want to have like a good conversation with everyone and have a fun stream. But I am really tired of people whining about I'm just really tired of people whining about games because it's not adhering to whatever ideology they freaking want, even though stories go that way. They are very progressive. Sorry. End of that's just how they are. Okay. So yeah, the BT Maverick, the first one is not as good, but the second one is amazing. So Lomkey, Call of Duty was pushing good guy, others are bad guys. We good guys, others are bad guys. Call of Duty, like as in America, like I'm trying to understand that one, Lomkey, but yeah, no, it's yeah. We don't need to go any further into all that, because I'll just get upset. Let's go into DeepSeek. So, yeah, I apologize. I get fairly triggered over that kind of stuff. I don't mind bringing up stuff that I think needs to be talked about. If you want if you want to be lulled to and sit and told nothing's wrong in the world or in gaming or whatever, or want to be told what you want to be told, then I guess I don't know. I'm not going to go down that route. Okay. So DeepSeek is a really cool, okay. Has anyone here tried DeepSeek yet? Or have they tried OpenAI? Because I haven't tried DeepSeek yet, but I do use OpenAI with my programming ID and everything. It's Cursor is the one I use, and it integrates pretty well. I can ask it questions. What I like about the assisted AI, and this is why it sucks. I luckily don't own any of the stock. Oh, actually I do own some stock. It's more an Apple though. I don't own too much stock, but I almost started buying into NVIDIA, and I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I think, and a lot of YouTubers are saying this, I think the AI bubble is popping, and it makes me kind of happy as a developer, partially been screwed by this AI pivot by a lot of companies. And so what I want to see is I want to see AI democratized and not controlled by one company or two companies. So right now, like OpenAI and NVIDIA, right? They're the two main big AI companies. If you need hardware, NVIDIA. If you need software, it is OpenAI. Google has their own, but Google's already proved that they're evil. Like I'm kind of just at that point now where 10 years ago, I would not have been. I really did like Google in a lot of ways, but selling off and having investors and having different CEOs has really proved that they're kind of just gone evil in a lot of ways. I'm not going to say like on an individual level, like YouTube doesn't mean YouTube's evil, or doesn't mean every engineer or anyone's evil. It's just their directive now is to just make as much money as possible and kind of just ruin their image. They get rid of a lot of products that they should just keep, even though it doesn't really make them money. It makes it easier for the users. Okay, off that topic. DeepSeek R1 is the new, and I want to download this, and it's open source. It's Chinese. It's the Chinese answer to OpenAI. Now, I wonder if I can find a good a good way to showcase this. Oh wow! Microsoft announces distilled DeepSeek R1 models for Windows 11 Copilot. Interesting. I'm curious how this is all going to go down because, like, yes, that's Icarus. Can you hear my dog? Loki. He's on the other side of the door. He's getting mad at the kids because they're not doing what they're supposed to do. Now he's laying down by the door because he heard me. Yes, Lomkey, Apple hardware is doing great with DeepSeek. So there's different model types. And the large model that's like 68 gigabytes, when paired, I think someone used in China like 16, I think it's 16 Mac Minis. It could be Mac Pros. But they used 16 of them to be able to replicate as almost essentially what OpenAI's O1, which is their most powerful one right now, model, which is crazy. So that amount of, let's just calculate. Let's just say it costs $30,000 to $40,000 in Apple hardware to get that same performance that you would be spending millions of dollars potentially. I mean, I'm sure that's some of that money is to scaling and all that, but that's crazy sauce that like you can build. Honestly, with just one or two, you can build a small model of DeepSeek. And what DeepSeek and what these things can do is they can create scripts. They can create, do a lot of research. They can do scraping. They can do, I bounce ideas off of it. I really like it for ideas and thinking and just asking it for different things. And then I use it more than Google these days for like documentations, but I also train my AIs, meaning I give them documentation links. I give them a lot of context so that I can trust what they're doing for me. And I'm really curious about getting a DeepSeek, maybe a small model going sometime this year and training it. I'd love to do a large model, but I don't think I need the large model for what I need to do. I want a small model for doing very specific tasks and helping with it. And so I do like the idea that I don't have to spend as much money, because right now I do spend like $40 a month on different AI tools, potentially more. And so if I can get stuff like buy the hardware and kind of get it working with DeepSeek as it continues to get better and it's open source, I might go down that route this year once I have more time, because it is sounding spicy, and it killed $1 trillion off the stock market of the major companies that are invested in AI. I don't know if it's rebounding at all, but like it devastated, I think a day or two ago, the stock market for these companies. Like if maybe NVIDIA can get back to making gaming hardware and stop focusing on this AI stuff so much, but that's not, that's not going to happen. What I'm shocked about is that Apple is not using their M chip to embed in more devices. That chip is shockingly amazing. If they really worked hard on it and added more AI cores to it, they could probably create a chip that's worth like $2,000 or $3,000. That I mean, they could make one cheaper, obviously, but you could probably get like a $3,000 model Mac Mini, let's say like the M5, and probably get pretty close to like a medium to hybrid learning model. I wish I had some like stuff to go over with this, some background so that you. Damn it, this is New York Times. I don't care about it being on Microsoft, I'll be honest. I just want some like visuals. So this is the source code, which you can just, I think this is the source code because it's all open source. It's Chinese. They built it for a couple of $1 million as opposed to trillions or billions of dollars, potentially, you know, like there's a $500 billion that's going to be going into a program that's being set up with the United States. So yeah, it just as, let's see, the benchmarks. So this is V2 though. This is not R1. I believe R1's like the new one that's much better. If you look at the benchmarks, let's look at R1 benchmarks. So it doesn't claim. I've seen people benchmark this. People that have used both AIs and they benchmarks pretty good. You'll probably get a lot of misinformation from people that don't want this to win. Do I need to go and benchmark this myself? I really want some simplistic stuff to break down for you guys. Just know that like, so for a fraction of the price, literally it is like 20 times more expensive now. I believe it's about 10 to 20 times more expensive for OpenAI than it is for DeepSeek. So, and by the way, cool sir, if you're still here, I apologize. I wasn't like a freak out at you per se. It's just the political thing is annoying. Okay, sorry, deterring a little bit. So, and I'll get back to some of your guys' comments and then we'll end the stream. So, yeah, that is the biggest danger. It is about as performant, and it was trained. So DeepSeek was trained on OpenAI's O1 model. It was trained off of that. I don't know if like that data had to have been consumed and then trained, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys. It sounds, oh yeah, because even like, so I think OpenAI is like, oh, you stole it and you stole that stuff because you trained it. And it's like, okay, hey, mother effers, like OpenAI, what did you train your models with? What data, where'd you get that data from? Oh, you got it from all the developers, the web, everyone else. You didn't pay for it. You didn't pay for any of that data. Maybe a little bit. Okay, cool. So someone trains their AI models off of your AI models that you took, you know, that is called, you know, fair and square, I guess. Like, come on, guys. You can't play that. It's these big companies that get so big that then they have to do whatever they can to get as much money and to make themselves look as good as possible. And they just fight dirty once they get to a certain size. It's getting really annoying, guys. So democratizing AI is a good thing. Democratizing a lot of things is good. Making things, and democratizing is, or it's not like a social program. It's democratizing, it's just making it available to everyone, and more people have more of a say in what the future of AI looks like. I'm all for this. And actually, I don't know if AI is doing this like to destabilize America's AI system more and put them a little bit in the lead or whatever, but personally, I think it's a good thing because it's not like AI, like it's not like these companies are going to be sharing anything with us. So That's my takes on it. BT Maverick. Yes, I got the remastered Mass Effect trilogy, and I skipped ahead each game to see if that feeling went away. I'll retry Mass Effect 2 again to see if it can grow on me. Yeah, you could watch something on Mass Effect 1 probably, or I think they do a recap on Mass Effect 2, but Mass Effect 2 is so good. It's such a good game. It probably should have a remake. Like they should remake the whole first series sooner than later. But BT Maverick, you're one of the first people I've heard that's beaten Mass Effect Andromeda that has not played the other ones. So that honestly, that makes me feel good. Like, hey, there you go. I found someone else that's beaten it and liked it. I don't think I've seen anyone else or heard of anyone else beat Mass Effect Andromeda. But yes, that is, let's see. DeepSeek is the cat out of the bag. People going, make things that close AI won't allow you to do. You're a monster, BT Maverick. Maybe. So yeah, at the end of the day, you could already break some of the, parameters or some of the, safety nets of AI and do a lot of semi-unethical things. This is going to make it even more so, which is fine. Like, here's the thing, guys, like in the sense it's not fine, but like, I would rather have this type of power democratized than in the hands of one or two companies. It's just going to filter more, wealth up. It's just going to, not going to be good. Okay. And then also it's just going to make people more disadvantaged. Like, I don't know if everyone's going to be able to take advantage of AI, but I think it's interesting. I think it's an interesting concept and I'm excited for it. So, okay. Guys. I think we're done. I don't think I have any other topics. With that, let's close this out. Get past my freak out that was earlier. So, here's the thing. I'll be having a launch party in probably 2 weeks. Hopefully it could be 3 weeks, depending on how my first initial games revealed release goes. But we're going to be, I'm going to be doing some giveaways for games and some other stuff. I'm going to be doing some, point-based system giveaways also, meaning we're going to have a new leaderboard. I'm going to be integrating this into the Games Revealed system, and people that are helping with show notes and voting and talking in Discord or whatever. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hook it into YouTube right away because that's going to require more time, but over time, over this year, I am going to be improving the system. It's going to have hardware. Like, I am going to be populating as much hardware as I can into the Games Revealed. So if you have any questions on hardware, I'm hoping to have the question answered there. That could exist. So yeah. So BT Maverick, no. So Games Revealed is just going to be a website of information and for community. My other project, Deck Revealed, is going to be, Games Revealed is going to be on GitHub, but it is not going to be downloadable. It's a website, and I'll have a mobile app soon for it too. I'm just working on the system right now. And yeah, so Deck Revealed, which I still don't know if I like the name Deck Revealed. I love the name Deck Revealed. I just don't know I hate 2-word named software pieces like that. Like a website, fine. But I will be rebooting that and be adding, it's going to be a multi-platform system for managing games. And maybe I'll throw it. Honestly, that's not a bad idea because I want it to be kind of like my fun playground that I think a lot of people are going to have a lot of benefit from. The Deck Revealed project is going to morph into something of a package manager or something along those lines potentially. That's going to be like for the average person, I should say, or people that like maybe even average person to what that want to explore new areas of their device. I'm wondering DeepSeek. So DeepSeek R1 wouldn't work on Steam Deck, but I'm curious. So those AI, I'm curious about getting like a DeepSeek thing going, but I could also add AI into the deck revealed. I probably will add it as a module. I will add it as a module partially just for fun. It doesn't mean that you have to use it. It's not going to be an injected thing. It's not going to be showing up like Windows, but it could be a fun project. But yeah. So I'll be getting back into that. I'm also, if you guys didn't watch my newest video, go watch it. I should have had more graphics up, but I'm in the new, in this new editing thing. I have a new editor and working on stuff. So give it a little bit of time and we'll have it really flushed out with videos being more flushed out. So yeah, I want to make, and it will probably be included on the deck revealed project just to make it easier for myself, a way to benchmark easier games and also or potentially scour games assets. And like and then I probably could only get it to work because I only know Unity and Unreal, maybe one or two other game engines. I could probably also integrate that potentially to just search a file and see how they're outputting their textures and stuff like that, and just indicate, hey, these things right here, you need to optimize these. Technically I could write an optimizer too. There's tools in Python and stuff like that I would just pipe them in, and I don't need to get technical with this, guys, but there are ways to do it. If I had more time in a day, I could make you guys like the best software ever. My plan for this year is to end up with more. I'm not going to say how it is because I don't know if anyone else is going to watch this, but my plan at one point this year is to have a lot more free time to give you guys amazing things. I think so. As you need Spencer Walker, welcome. I'm guessing multiplayer gaming like Ghost of Tsushima still doesn't work on Steam Deck. I don't think that this PSN is not going to. Yeah. So Lone Key, I think so. As you need PSN unless Sony fixes it. So Lone Key, they're disabling PSN for a lot of games, but that game, and that's a specifically multiplayer aspect, is probably going to require PSN because I bet you they use their own servers. They use their own servers and they're probably already fully integrated with the PSN. So Spencer, I don't know if they're going to ever get rid of the requirement for PSN on the Steam Deck. They could just hopefully improve it so that it works. So, and fix it. Lone Key, it does work on the Pi 5. So like the Raspberry Pi 5. Okay. Yeah, I think I knew that, but the problem is like language model. What model is it? So they have like small, and on the Raspberry Pi, that's pretty small. I'm curious what it could do on a Steam Deck. Like, what would be the point of an AI on the Steam Deck? I'm curious what you guys have to say about that, because if trained properly, it can maybe optimize games, but I could do that on my own anyways. I don't need an AI to do that type of thing. I can, I guess I could train one off of multiple games to look for aspects. I guess for me, it would be useful. And that's why one of the reasons I want to run DeepSeek locally is because I want to train it. I could train it to, on game data and game configurations, and I could probably train it to optimize games automatically and settings. To potentially make that Steam Deck badge system that I want to do one of these days. Lone Key, depend on what it's used for. If it was on the Steam Deck, yeah, it really depends. I think most people wouldn't benefit, but it'd be a fun little utility on there for the people that really want to get a little extra spicy with their deck and do some fun learning things, or using it at, people want to use, the Steam Decks are so cheap. Like, it'd be great to have it be a multi-purpose device like that, right? It'd be interesting, but I don't know how much more useful it would be than over like your phone. And one of the things, I dropped my phone. And one of the things that like the DeepSeek and this democratizing of AI will do is make it that if you're an average Joe and you got into crypto a while ago, you could have walked away rich. AI, this boon right here, what's going on with DeepSeek, you could, even so, paired with, you could have a hybrid system between not cryptocurrency, but I'm not going to go into theoreticals and stuff like that, but you could have hybrid systems to where you could charge for, run your own DeepSeek server, charge for processes on there, and sell that processing power to a different company. But that'd take a lot of work, and I'm curious because that does happen in the crypto world, but not in I don't think it happens in the AI world. But it'd be kind of interesting to see, like, you run your own AI at your house that can go out and work for you, which would be cool. And you tweak and you can make it so it makes you more money, which is so dystopian. But yeah. Lomke can be useful if something like if you are lost in a game and need to find it. Yeah, I mean, your phone can do that. But I agree, like, you could train it off of walkthrough guides, off of IGN and all that, to then ask it for stuff like that. Of course, yeah, I mean, I think that's useful. But the problem is you can't be playing, like, most games you would not be able to play and run your DeepSeek, I don't think. Maybe if it's trained properly, and maybe it's like I don't know how it all works fully with, like, I know in the sense of like running it on a system like that. So I don't know if it'd work. Spencer, I watched a handful of review channels where the AI on the MSI Claw 8 Plus just set the TDP to 17 regardless of the game you're playing. Interesting. Yeah, I could see that. This is kind of like, why is that useful? I don't know. I think you need to have really good parameters, and using AI, you have to have good parameters. Like, that is essentially what an AI engineer is just, can you write a good prompt? Lomke, like a Decker loader plugin? I could write a Decker loader program. Maybe. I mean, I have a lot more lofty goals. I'd rather write my own program that you have to install and have it work all together. Like, that's like Deck Revealed already does that. It just needs to be refactored a little bit because it's some of the stuff on it is pieced together because I was really quick about putting it together 2 years ago. I could write my problem is doing the Decky loader plugin is that I just don't know why I would do it. So we'll see. Maybe Games Revealed website, some other fun stuff. Like, I'm going to be, let's just say that I'm hoping everyone here will help me build out the site, like in the sense of, like, give me good feedback, be beta testers. I will make sure that you guys are rewarded. I'm also going to be doing giveaways through it, and it will be a fun experience. So prepare for a fun year. It's going to be the website I've always wanted, and I'm treating it that way. Okay, guys. With that, I am calling it for tonight. Once again, I think I pissed off Quiltzer, but Quiltzer, hopefully you're not too mad. And anyone else, thank you for watching. Thanks for everything you guys do. Make sure to check out my other videos and to let me know in the comments what you guys think if you are watching this later. With that being said, I'll see you guys next week, and keep an eye out for the some updates that I'll be posting in Discord and on YouTube to give me some feedback on the new beta system going into Games Revealed. So thank you guys so much. Later. Have a good one. Peace out.